everyone, it's Andrea and welcome to my channel. I wanted to work on our Close to My Heart Backyard Bliss scrapbooking workshop with you. I'm going to actually break this into 3 separate parts and we're going to do all 3 layouts, one in each video. Close to My Heart used to hold a live event on Facebook for this kind of thing, but they stopped doing it. So I wanted to kind of step in for my girls and to just show you how easily these layouts come together. So when you get a workshop, basically everything you need is all in one, including this great cutting guide and up close photos with measurements of each and every layout. There are always a few additional supplies that you'll need, like your adhesives and stuff. And in this case, papaya ink, a journaling pen, a sponge, and some foam tape. I don't have papaya ink. We're going to use peach. It's all okay. You use what you have. And if you want to skip these little inking steps, you are really free to do so. I have gone ahead and I have cut all of my paper. And this is what I do. I cut all of the paper for all 3 workshop layout pages. And I actually have, well, this is what your workshop would come. Everything you need all in one pack. And then what I do is I take 3 bags. And as I cut, I put all of the pieces for layout 1, layout 2, layout 3 in individual bags. And then there's also lots of punch outs. And I put those in the bags as well as the photo placeholders. I keep the stickers together. I don't cut those up. I just find it's easier to do this way. So that's a little background. Now, these workshops are really cool because they have things that are exclusive just to them, like die cuts and exclusive paper. So I have my 2 Versamats. I'm just going to pull out everything in my little baggie. Now, I pre-cut everything, as you saw. So if you've not yet pre-cut yours, you can go ahead and start cutting and then just pause this video and come back when you're ready to create layout 1. So I have my Versamats. I'm just lining up my pages here. And this is an exclusive paper that it's exclusive just to this workshop. Isn't it beautiful? Here's one of the die cuts, and there are a lot of hearts. When you flip this over, you'll see. We've got to punch all of these hearts out. So I will do this. I will fast forward the video a bit while I'm doing so. And again, you are welcome to pause or to punch these out before you even begin it. So I am back. I finished punching out all of the hearts off of this beautiful wood grain heart, and I put them all in a pile with all my other pieces. One thing that I also did was I laid down just a little bit of my tape runner underneath on the Versamat, and that holds my pages in place just a little bit. So let's get started. I'm going to just read the instructions just like you would, but sometimes I think it's easier to see what somebody's doing than to actually read. I'm more of a visual person, so I'm going to struggle through this. So we're going to use exclusive mink floral paper for our base pages, which we have. Attach the large heart overlay die cut. Seems easy enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull out some of my green adhesive, my favorite. You could definitely use a dry adhesive here if you wanted. I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down a bit. I'm not going to go around each and every heart, but I'm definitely going around the outside, being very light about it. A little bit will do the trick. And I'm just going through some of the big paths here, making sure that here and there we have some amount of tack to keep the paper really not warping and down a bit. Looks pretty good to me. And we also have measurements. It's telling me to have the heart come down about a ½ inch from the top and yeah, about 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom. And that's where your Versamat with these measurements is going to come in very handy. Now, it looks like theirs might be off kilter just a little bit in one of the photos. I don't know. We're just going to do our best to get it about ½ an inch down from the top. And I'm just going to center from left to right. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It'll be beautiful. There we go. And it says, oh, what does it say now? Attach 1A and 1B, which are these little square frames that we have right here. And it says, do not put adhesive along the top of 1A so other pieces can fit behind. Okay, we can do that. So we'll just leave it open. That'll be my top. And again, we have measurements about 1 1/4 in from the left on the top and 1 3/4 on this one. So let's start with this one, 1 1/4 in. And I always eyeball it. I also use little hearts as references. So this one looks like it's just about here on this heart. And it's slanted in just a bit. I don't measure all of these things. I just want you to be a little bit free with it. And I didn't go ahead and adhere this down. I left it open just like they said. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere this one just about there. I'm just following the photo that we have here, and I'm not being 100% precise, but close enough. Okay, our next step is to attach the photos. I don't have my photos ready, so I just have the photo placeholders. These are provided, and I usually just put down 1 line of tape because that enables me when I'm done and I want to put my own photos on this. I actually just twist this, it releases, and then I can add my photos without worrying about whether or not they're a perfect fit and that they'll cover up the white or not. You can also trim your photos so that they're like maybe 3 3/4 instead of 4 by 4. And you can keep that little white border around the edge, the way our old-fashioned photos looked. It says to embellish with stickers and additional die cuts. Take a few of the pieces with foam tape. So what I did notice that they did was they actually picked out some of the hearts from here that we punched out, and they did use those. So we might do that as well. I'm going to put this right about here. And now I have to find my sticker sheet. So we're going to pull that in. We're going to locate some of these stickers that they've used. And we also have these beautiful wooden veneer stickers. And it looks like some of those might be in use, maybe if not on this layout, on the next. So we will definitely just pull those out and lay those on top of their little plastic baggie and set them up to the top. So I did notice that we have this cute little boot that's going to go right here. And I think that does need foam tape. So let's go ahead and pop that up. That will definitely benefit from being lifted up. If your pieces of foam tape are too big, you can use your Microtip non-stick scissors and you can trim those right down. That's what we'll do right here. And we'll put that on the heel of the boot. I'm just going to put that right here. And then it looks like there was a purple heart, wisteria heart maybe. And that would fit right on there. And for this, I'm just going to run a little bit of tape on it because I don't want it to be popped up. We'll tuck that back behind there. And looks like this little die cut punch out goes up on the top. Going to get tucked in right behind the photos up here, like so. And then there was another die cut, so we're going to put that on. This one actually said project 2, but I'm pretty sure it went on here unless there's another sticker. So I'm just going to go ahead. It looks like a snowflake to me. I'm going to use it. I might be wrong putting it on here, but you know what? It's okay. There'll be other things that we can embellish with here and there. So it looks like it covers up this heart on the right hand edge just a bit. Looks like we have one of the hearts here filled in with a papaya colored punch out heart. I'm gonna put that one in. Looks like over here, there's also a heart. It looks to be this pretty, oh, what is this called? It's a new color. Butter or something. In any case, I'll find that name for you, but we'll put that over here. It's like this creamy yellow color. It's so pretty. It really is the color of butter. And then we have what looks like a big light colored rosemary heart down here. So I found that. Put that in. And then a dark green heart here. So now I just have to find a dark green one. They're wood green on one side, and then they're a pretty color on the other. Okay. And then there's also another light rosemary colored, or maybe this is sage. Put that up here. Isn't that pretty? And it looks like there's a teensy tiny dark green here, and then one right here, light green. And these are microscopic. Listen, if you want to pick different colors, you're definitely able to do so. These are so tiny, so hard to pick up. I don't know where I put my tweezers. I was using them in a different part of the house. And that one's yellow. Oh, there's this one's purple. So many little hearts. They're almost like confetti here. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to go with it. There are no mistakes in scrapbooking. I tell you guys that all the time. So I'm going to make an executive decision. I'm going to put a little wisteria colored heart up here. And let's see, there was a little light green one here. So I got one right here. If you have your tweezers, you would definitely benefit from having them and using them now. And then one little pink heart right here, it looks like a little papaya colored heart. So I'll pick that up and put that in there. Filling in this heart is probably the hardest part of the entire process and project. So now I need to locate this little bouquet of flowers, and it looks like there's a little sticker here that says, you could pick any sticker. I think it is between lay in the sun and dig in the dirt. So I'm going to put lay in the sun. We'll put this one right over here, right above our photo mat. And it definitely looks like there's a little sprig of flowers, just a tiny one. Maybe this is a cluster of them. So I think we have this right here, the red one. Looks like we have this right up here. It's a little vine. It's below the striped banner piece. Those kind of go together. I see something that looks like a little buttery kind of flower. And I also see, oh, it's pink. And then, so we'll find one of those, and then we'll find this flower here. So we need a teensy tiny pink one right there. And then we need this one right here. Okay. And we are just going to build a little cluster of flowers. So I'm going to tuck those in back. This little pink one went right about there. And then this one can be popped up on just a little foam tape. We need a little dimension here, right? So this one I'm actually going to move out just a bit and build it like that. I don't really like when they overlap my photo mat too much. I want to be able to put my photos down without much of a problem. And then it looks like the last thing I need to find is a sticker right here that says, do all things with love. It's like a little banner sticker. And this, I think, I would really like to pop up decision is yours if you like to pop them up or keep things flat. I am definitely a foam tape popper kind of girl. Now, if you had an anti-static pouch, you could definitely pounce these if you wanted, but I'm just putting enough foam tape on the back to pop it up and to also keep any of the sticker from hitting the actual paper. Now, we'll also put some journaling strips right here to finish this layout off, but we have the left-hand page already done, and I think this is going to be the more difficult of the two pages. So I'm just going to flip this over, and I'm going to read the instructions again. We have the prepared mink floral paper. We're going to attach the title as shown. But before we attach the title, the love right here, it looks like they have used some ink. Now, I have my peach ink. If you have papaya like they recommend, you could use that. Or you could use any soft pink color that you would like. I'm just going to use a sponge. This is a piece of one of our sponges, and I'm just going to add some gentle stippling with this sponge up here. Now, close to my heart, we'll also be carrying some brushes very soon, so that this way you can go ahead and use the brushes to apply some ink if you'd like. I don't have those yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the sponge. I like the sponge because I do like that I have some control about how much ink I'm putting down. Okay, I'm happy with that. Just a little bit. I'm going to set that aside. And now we just put down the title and the photo mats, and we are good to go. One thing that you could do if you wanted is to draw a nice straight line across here, so that this way your stickers are lined up. I'm actually going to do mine just slightly different. I'm going to take out the stickers for the word love. And as soon as they're all out, I'm actually going to just use this. I'm going to line it up. It looks like I have about 3/4 of an inch from the top, and I'm just seeing the word itself, the word love, is about 5 inches. So from the 6-inch mark, I want to make sure that it goes out about 2.5 inches from each side. So I'm just going to put that right there. So here's my 6-inch mark, and I'm using this sheet as my guide, and I'm going to make sure that it falls between the 3.5 and the 8.5 inch mark. And then I'm just going to use this as a guide to put my stickers in. Okay, maybe this is chipboard. This isn't stickers. I was mistaken. I apologize. This is my first time using these. So I've got my green glue, and I'm just going to go ahead and lay these in. Okay, so the letter O is in, and nice and straight. You could actually just put some glue down here if you wanted to. That's probably easier than trying to glue your fingers like I did the first time. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, all the letters go in by using this as a guide. And let's see if we can lift this up really easily. And there we have a nice straight title. I hope that helped you guys. And then they also have grows here. So we'll punch that out as well. That goes right underneath the love. And of course, if you're one of those girls that likes your title on your left page, you could just go ahead and switch the left and right pages here. And it would be just fine. This would be your title page over there then. And I know I have a lot of scrapbookers that like the title on the left-hand page. They say we read left to right, and they are very correct in that. So I get it. I'm not quite as picky, but I am definitely more aware of what my girls like. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down right under it. Just straighten it out. You have a little bit of glue showing, it's okay, it'll dry clear. And the title is definitely more to the left because we're going to leave some room for some flowers to go over right here in a cluster. I have some glue on my fingers so it's sticking as I go. Okay, so there we are. It's just such an easy title to do. I have a punch out that was on the edge of my die cut sheet, the big one that I punched all these pieces out. And this goes right over here. So this is just cardstock. This is like a veneer kind of chipboard. It's kind of cool. And then we have our 3 photo mats. Boy, oh boy, do I have a lot of confetti down here. So I save all the extra pieces. I actually took out some of my extra pieces and I have a plan to do another layout. And it's saying that what Close to My Heart is suggesting is that you come up 3 1/2 inches from the bottom. So I'm right about 3 1/2 inches. And I'm just going to center mine by eyeballing it. So I just want to be halfway through the 6-inch mark. So I try to get this. Oh, let's see. So by eyeballing it, I'll see that it's about 4 1/2 and about 7 1/2. I should have a moment or two to lift these if I'm not happy with how that turned out. But I really want you to have no stress if you make this layout with me. Going to give myself, probably about 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch in between. And it really doesn't matter how exact you are. The only thing that really matters is that whatever you do here, you do over here. And there we are. I think we're over just a bit that way. So I'm just going to move everybody over just a tiny bit. Like I said, I know my adhesive. I have a moment with this dry tape runner to just move everything over just a bit. Okay, so I'm happy with that. They gave me 3x3 photo placeholders to put down here. Honestly, I think I will probably, knowing myself, I probably will go ahead and put 3x4 photos on here. I just prefer to see more of the photos. And so that's probably what I will do. There's supposed to be little flowers down below here. I will show you where Close to My Heart recommends placing those. But I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm personally going to just put them down at the bottom here because I don't want to put them up here and cover up or have to like lose those little stickers. So we have 3 stickers. They are these 3 right here. And we're to use those on these photos right here. So you can decide which order you want these in. Whichever order you like them is the order that you can put those in. Just going to randomly place them. I'm going to put the pink one right here in the middle. Again, I'm not going to put it up here, but that's what Close to My Heart says to do. So if you're so inclined to follow the instructions, yours would go more up here than down here. And we have the last sticker right here. And there we go. Now we just need a few little details. There is Plant Smiles. That's supposed to go right here. I've not left myself a lot of room to put it. So put it right there. And it looks like we have this big cluster right here. This is going to go up here. Of course, I feel like this has to be popped. There's no other way to handle this but to pop this up. So let's go ahead and do that. Get some foam tape ready here. Now you don't have to peel up all this foam tape, just some of the backings. As long as it sticks, you are good to go. And so I'm just going to put this right about here, like the positioning right there. And voila, you not only have your left page done, you now also have your right page done. Aren't these fast and fun? But they're really, really beautiful layouts, aren't they? Again, I'm going to keep all of these little pieces that I'm sliding off and all these little confetti pieces. You could definitely go in and put more of these back in here. I think that that might be really pretty to just add a few more random hearts here and there and give myself just a little bit more color pop. Like so. The choice is yours. But I hope you've enjoyed putting together your first of your 3 layouts with me. I'm going to go clean up and I'll come back and I'm going to film another video. So look for the Backyard Bliss Part 2. We're going to do Project 2, which is right here. I'm so excited. I hope you'll be back and look for the next video. If you'd like more information on the Backyard Bliss Scrapbook Workshop or any of the products featured in this video, I will put those links down below in the video description. If you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you consider becoming one of my subscribers by hitting that button that you see right there. There's lots of videos on my channel that you might want to check out, and don't forget, Part 2 coming up next.